Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while, but don't worry, we're going to talk about that later. But for now, let's concentrate on this worry banga soup that we're about to prepare. So if you click on this video because you want to prepare banga soup, seriously, you've just clicked on the banga soup, like local worry banga soup. If you're from Warri or Niger Delta, this is how we prepare it there. You should know there is no banga without banga soup. If there is no banga, there is no banga soup. That's what I'm trying to say. So what I normally do, the banga I'm using right now is the banga paste, the banga juice in the tin. So what I like to do is to boil hot water and put it into it and make sure it dissolves. Just turn it and make sure it dissolves and let it sit a bit, and then I'm going to sieve it into the pot. The reason why I do that, I'm going to show you in a bit. So after sieving it into the pot, when it gets to the end, you will see some black substance in the pan. That's not actually dirt, it's the banga eye. They call it the banga eye. I don't know what you guys call it, but it's like the banga eye. It's kind of black. That's what is on the pan. So what you need to do, if you don't sieve it, you'll be eating that in your food and it will look as if you're eating sand, which you won't like. So always sieve it before cooking with it. So what I have in the blender is ginger, garlic, onions, and hot pepper. So that's what I'll be blending together right now, and I'm just going to put some water to make sure it blends easily. So when I blend halfway, I'm going to stop the blend and then add some crayfish into the mix. And then I'm going to blend for a second. So this is the texture you want to have. This is the way you want it to look. So the banga has been in the fire cooking. So I'm just going to add that mixture into the pot so it cooked very well. And next thing I'll do, I'll put some water in the blender and then raise it into the pot. You don't want to miss any of that goodness, seriously. Just put everything into the pot. So what I'm adding right now is the banga spice. So I normally get this spice from either Warri or Abuja. If I'm getting it from Warri, it's from my elder sister. If I'm getting it from Abuja, it's from my friends in Abuja. So whosoever that is coming to that is going to Nigeria, I always just ask them, please, can you get me some spice? I send the list to them and they get it for me. I don't know if they actually sell it in the UK. I can't remember. So whenever I'm cooking anything soup that has red oil, I always prefer to use Maggi cube. And then I've just added my Maggi cube, then add some crayfish. So one secret I'm going to tell you guys about banga soup, if you want your banga soup to be banga, to taste very nice like that local worry banga soup, seriously, the two things you need, most important thing you need to make it taste very, very good, is more crayfish and onions, apart from the spices, because without the spices you will not get the local worry banga soup. So those spices are like worry spices, worry local spices. So but you need a lot of crayfish and a lot of onions. So I like to stir because I hate having my food burnt at the bottom. You know, it's very difficult to get a very good pot that doesn't burn, so I just make sure I stir from time to time. So what I'm putting in right now is the dry catfish. So I already washed it, cleaned it yesterday and put it in the fridge. So I just brought it out of the fridge. Dry catfish and some dry goat meat. The goat meat, I normally get it from Warri, because in the UK you don't get goat meat with skin. So if I want the one with skin, anybody that is traveling to Nigeria, I just ask them, please, can you get me full goat? And then they will dry it and bring it and put it in the freezer. So what I'm putting next is some Kpomo. I cannot prepare banga soup without adding Kpomo. Jesus, except I don't have Kpomo in the house. I will always put Kpomo. That's a game changer. So the next thing we're putting right now is the catfish, fresh catfish. It has to be fresh catfish. That's what we grow up with. It's either you are cooking your banga soup with fresh catfish or you're cooking it with assorted meat. Those are the two things I saw them cooking it with when I was in Nigeria. And right now I'm adding my periwinkle. How can you cook banga soup without putting periwinkle? Hey. Yeah, so I just added my periwinkle. The periwinkle I also get it from Nigeria as well. So you might get it from all these African shop, but I get mine from Nigeria. And then I add the big prawns, the jumbo prawns, and then I add some salt to taste. And when you add your salt, you stir. Just make sure you taste to be sure that all the spice you put in is actually enough and not too much. If you think you need more, you can put more. But if you don't, like I taste it now, I notice I need more salt, so I just added a little bit of salt to the soup. So this is how you actually cook your banga soup, and it come out really yummy. If you've watched this extent, please do me a favor and give the video a thumbs up. The next thing I'm putting right now is a Benetete. We call it Benetete, but it's like a dry vegetable. So I don't really know I don't really know what vegetable it is, but in Warri we just call it Benetete, but it's dry vegetable, and that is a game changer for banga soup. If you put this leaf in your banga, seriously, people from outside your house will perceive the goodness of that banga soup. They will ask you, are you preparing banga soup? Seriously, that's what that leaf does. It takes your banga soup to the next level. So if you've watched this extent, it means you actually like this video. If you do like the video, please don't hesitate to give this video a thumbs up. And also, if you've not subscribed to this channel, please do me a favor by hitting on the subscribe button. Press on your notification bell for you to be notified whenever I upload a new video. Just like I said, I'm going to gist you guys later why I've not been on the channel, and I'm so sorry. I've got a lot of message. But in our Warri, where we came from, where I was born and bred, you cannot complete banga soup without putting it in our repot and dry it up. This is another game changer for your banga soup. I think they call this native pot, but we call it our repot in Warri, and it came out really delicious. So this is how you prepare your banga soup.